Today I wanted to get Project Barry into the garage next door, onto the ramps for much better accessibility and help with getting the gearbox out so as to fit a clutch. But there's a mechanic called Andy next door who's just been round here and said, oh, it'll be easy, he'll have it done in half an hour, just need to do this, just need to do this, just need to do that. And so I'm not going to bother, I'm going to crack on with it here after all, because it's easy. So my next issue, before I've even really got anywhere, is undoing this hub nut here. And I'm just going to place my phone down here so you can see what happens. Basically, there's not enough weight in the front of the car to stop the wheel from turning. So that means I've got to put the other front wheel back on and lower it back down before I can do it, 'cause it'll just keep on moving like that. Right, so that's the first 10 minutes of my half an hour already used up. So, by mechanics logic, this gearbox should be out by 1:30. Okay, now. I need a bigger bar. Bigger, better. That doesn't want to come off. There we go. That is off. No substitute for proper tools. So there is the castle nut and the locking pin taken out of the bottom ball joint. Just got the unbelievably easy task of hammering it out now before I can pull the other drive shaft out. Well, I don't care if I'm already 20 minutes over schedule. I'm having a cup of tea. Having another cup of tea means that I also need to go for a wee-wee. Now, as Josh next door said to me, if I spent a little bit less time filming what I'm doing and actually got on and did it, then maybe I'd get these jobs done. Well, Josh, you are correct. But guess what? No, I'm still going to do it, and you'll still carry on watching my videos, won't you? You tool. Ball joint popped out, drive shaft just about to come out here. Really doesn't work. Maybe things are starting to go as they should do at last. Right, I'll get some light on this and then undo some engine mounts. Gearbox to the engine bolts, and that kind of should be it. Imagine if I actually did it today. I'd be quite pleased with myself, I really would. A few bolts later and another P, still not off. Some of these bolts are really very awkward to come off. Seeing a clock ticking away seems to be a regular thing in my videos, just to show just how long it takes for me to do some of these jobs. Anyway, I just had something to eat, because surely 3 o'clock is dinner time-ish, and now maybe I can get on with the job in hand without feeling so distracted. Well, that is all of the bolts slackened off for the gearbox, so you know, it should just come away without any issue now. So, another update in another 10 minutes or so. Well, I believe there's just one more bolt to come out, which is already loosened, and that gearbox should come out. I'm going to have to find some way of securing it so it doesn't just drop on the floor and smash itself to bits. How about that? 2 wheels. It's only got to drop a few inches there, and that should be sound. Still would be a lot more practical with an actual lift though, wouldn't it? Okay, still in, everything's undone. Spent the past 15 minutes or so just knocking away with a rubber hammer, and it's not really prepared to just give in. And my back's starting to go a bit. So I'm probably going to have to almost call it a day for today. But I was hoping to at least get the gearbox out, because I mean tomorrow I'm just going to be back with the same struggle, except that I've got to fit a clutch as well and put it all back together. And I suspect refitting that gearbox is going to be even more awkward than taking it out. Two more 8mm bolts to come off apparently, and then maybe it'll work. It's getting a bit irritating this now, because everything's undone, yet it's not moving anywhere. It's coming apart at the back, but not at the front. It's just staying put here somewhere. You can see where the gearbox joins up to the engine around the back and at the top. I've double checked for bolts, make sure I haven't left any, and I haven't. I'm calling it a day, I think. Might as well just go home and make a curry or something. That'll be much more productive. Go home and do something nice rather than getting all oily and dirty. And that is Monday over and done with. Job incomplete. Big cross against my achievements. Maybe in the morning it should just come off a breeze and everything will be hunky-dory, and it probably will, to be absolutely honest. And there's the question, you know, what a pain this has been. Would I do it again? No, I wouldn't. I don't really fancy doing this ever again, to be absolutely honest. Not unless I've got some proper ramps next time. You know, so really I'm having this conversation with myself about something that I haven't even completed. We might all just go back together an absolute breeze in the morning, and I'll wonder what all the big fuss was about. Anyway, see you then.